Hello my friends and welcome back to the Scott Ree Project. Now a lot of you may know that I like anything old school, any traditional recipe or preparation. Well, today's dish is a traditional Romany Gypsy dish. The dish is called Joey Grey. I've never heard of it, but a very dear friend of mine, Steve Cooper, who knows about these things, came round to my house and he said, have you ever had a Joey Grey? And I was like, no, what is it? And he told me what it was and I thought that is just an awesome dish. Now this is a proper authentic Romany Gypsy traveller dish. The kind of dish that was born out of necessity, big families, not a lot of money, always on the road. It's a one pot wonder that they would do on the campfire, and the ingredients alone, I just know it's going to work. So we'll get into the kitchen, set it up and we'll go for it. Joey Grey, cooked by a gorger like me. Let's do this. Well, I think you'll agree what a fabulous array of ingredients. Like I said, this was a way of making a little go a long way. As you can see, I've got some beautiful sausages here, some air-dried, dry cured bacon. Now, if there's something the traveller community know about, it's bacon. And like Maynard Davis said, he used to make Romany bacon for the traveller community, and they used to travel far and wide. So if you could get that right, they'll make you rich. They absolutely love their bacon. Some potatoes. I got 5 potatoes. These beautiful tomatoes. You say tomato, I say tomato. 2 onions and just some stock cubes. And that is it. But judging by that array of ingredients, you know this cannot fail. So the first thing I need to do then is start browning my sausages in the pan. Okay then, first things first, just get my sausages in the pan. Now, obviously this would be cooked all in one pot, but I'm doing it separately just to break it down for you. This would normally be cooked on the yog outside the Vardo, but we're just gently adding a bit of colour to our sausages. In the meantime, I'm going to peel the potatoes and slice the onions. As you saw then, I expertly chopped the onions into decent sized pieces. Don't be too fussy. And also my potatoes were chopped nice and chunky. They say don't work with animals and children, don't work with onions. What a ball ache. Anyway, onto the bacon. I'm just going to cut this into 3 pieces. It's a nice chunky stew, I suppose, but they call it a soup. So keep it nice and chunky. My sausages have got a nice bit of colour on it, so I'm going to get them out. Then we will get the bacon in the pan, get some colour on that, and then put our onions in on top. And I don't think there is a finer smell in the world than onions frying in a pan. Right, my sausage sons are done then, as you can see over here. Put them on there a minute. We're just going to get our bacon in now. And I don't want to repeat myself, but this will be obviously cooked all in one pan. So we just cook this off till it just starts to crisp up and get a bit of colour on. And what I will do is I will transfer it to my pot when I add all the ingredients. Look at that. You just know this is going to be monumental. End of. And that will lift off all the caramelised encrusted bits on the bottom of the pan, which as you know is, yes, flavour. So as you can see then, got my trusty 15-year-old cast iron pan on with a drop of oil so I can start continuing with the dish. Your sausages that you've just browned into 3, and we'll get those going as we add the other ingredients to that lovely pan. Just imagine big soup bowls full of this. Little bits of sausage, little bits of bacon, onion, tomato and the potatoes. What's not to love, baby? So we get them in. Bacon is browning nicely. My bacon goes into my pan. By all means, you know, if you want to do this at home, fry your sausages, wipe out your pan. Fry your bacon, wipe out your pan, you know, if you're concerned about these black caramelised bits, but I think it's all flavour. Well, I know it's all flavour. But by all means, if you don't like the colour of it, you know, just fry them all cleanly with some fresh oil. But me, it's the way I roll, baby. I live on the edge. In with my onions then. Add some colour to those. Get them all in. It's like they don't want to be cooked. Get in. Get in there. Go up. Get that. One-handed. Right, colour on the onions. Okie dokie, pig in a pokey. There's my onions done. I'm going to move that back onto the heat now to finish building this. Ah, the dear onion. Is there any finer smell? Yeah, go on, take it in. Then onions frying. If the onion was a musician, it would be James Brown. The hardest working vegetable in culinary world. So I'm going to add that to my sausages and my bacon. Just let that get up to heat. Now what I'm going to do is top that up with boiling water from the kettle. No fancy stocks, no nothing. All we need is in that. So from a great height, I will pour in my boiling water and get it everywhere. My missus will love that. I don't want it totally covering it yet, because we want this to be quite thick. And by the magic of camera, because this is film land, this is rock and roll, and because we can, the potatoes are soft in 3, 2, 1. Don't you just love it? Don't you wish that happened in real life? You know, you put stuff in and boom, it's done. But my potatoes are nice and soft, as you can see. So what I'm going to do then is my tomatoes, and these are beautiful vine tomatoes. Still got a bit of dew on them. Just look at that. I'm going to slice these up and they go in. Just like that. And then we'll crumble in those OXO cubes and then just simmer it until these tomatoes are done. And that is the dish prepared. How simple is that? So I've got my tomatoes in. I'm just going to crumble in my OXO cubes. You know, I didn't know this trick, but you actually, I don't know where I've been, under a rock or on Mars, but I didn't know that you actually crushed them in the pack and then put them in. For years, man, I've been like a loon trying to crumble these cubes in the hand. Who knew, eh? Who knew? Maybe you don't know. You do now. So this is where you can add a bit more liquid now, so it's just covering it, which we will do in a moment. Let's get these fiddly little bad boys in. Tomatoes. My dad thinks they're the magic elixir of life. Maybe there's something in it. I don't know. Right, 3 OXO cubes. Give it a stir up. We will check if we need any more liquid, which we do. Then we just leave it then to tick over until the tomatoes are nice and soft. What a beautiful pot of food that is. And you can see now when I said a little goes a long way, there is a hell of a lot of food there, and with the travelling community and their extended families, that would feed a lot of people. But just listen to this pot singing. Get my mic. We already know with the ingredients that have gone in this that this is going to be absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to give it a taste because I need to season it. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to crank some pepper in if I can get this damn thing to work. And then put in some nice salt. Crank some more of this in. I like pepper. Give that a stir up. It's nearly done this. I can't wait to try this. Just waiting for those tomatoes, some of the bigger chunks, to gently soften and break down. But let's have a go on it. Magnifique. Brilliant. It's like a pimped Dublin coddle. Mr. Rooney, what you reckon? Right then, ladies and gentlemen, my Joey Gray is complete. Just look at that. Just look at the lovely pieces of bacon, the sausage, the onions and the potato. I can't wait to get into this. I've tasted the sauce. The sauce alone is absolutely amazing. For such simple ingredients, you know, you cannot beat this style of cooking. Right, I want to make sure I get a bit of everything in here. You know, this ain't the prettiest dish, don't get me wrong, but it's not about how the dish looks. This is a dish meant to feed a large family. It's on about nourishment, so there ain't no Michelin starred fancy plate work. It's just a great, decent, honest dish. I'm going to add a bit of bacon in there. Right, it's got to be bread, chunks of bread. We're going to get into the sauce first. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. It's genius. For what it is, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Really, people, my friends out there, you beautiful ladies and gentlemen, give this a go. Give this a go. Oh yeah. I can just imagine it after a hard day picking peas or hops, coming back, sitting around the campfire with your family and getting a bowl of this down your neck. Absolutely brilliant. I was going to say this would be even better the next day, but I don't think it would last till next day. But as it stands on its own, it's awesome. Like any peasant dish, you know, those 5 simple ingredients, I don't want to harp on about it though. Those 5 simple ingredients are just transformed into something special. But don't get me wrong, they've got to be top quality ingredients. But this really is a revelation. Yeah. Well, guys and gals, I think that says it all. An absolutely monumental dish. These old recipes are the best. Can't be beaten. So thank you, Steve Cooper, for giving me the heads up. And there is plenty around here for you left dude too. So, if you have enjoyed this episode of the Scott Ree Project, because I have damn sure enjoyed making it and eating it, please, please, please click subscribe. I need to reach that 100,000. I get my YouTube play button. So just do it. You know where the button is. Also find me on my social media, Facebook, Scott Ree, The Scott Ree Project, and on my Twitter at The Scott Ree Project. So until next time, do give this a go. It's amazing. And I'm going to take the juckle to catch a shushy. See you again sometime. Take care.